Now, in today's session, we just discuss about some functions. You can say the functions, super globals. One second. Form handling. I didn't discuss about that because it's kind of some hard things. If I discuss earlier in our session before starting the form, then you will get confused. This is our simple get post. We already discussed about the get post. Okay, Nazar?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Nazar, yes, also I will send the our syllabus also today. Okay. Now, we just validate our form also. This is with the PHP coding. I'll show you how we just show the message after the text box also. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the function $_server PHP self. What is the web? This is you can see a global super global variable $_server PHP_self. What is the working of this function? We will discuss about the HTML special characters. HTML we will discuss in our future session. Okay. What is there?
Okay.
How we use that function? We are going to discuss about this function. It's a simple function, nothing complicated. The $_request $_server, and within the double quotes we use the PHP_self. It's just used to submit form tag, submit a form to itself. Means now also we are submitting our form to itself. Is that correct or not? Means we are not using any file name in action tag, in action property of our form tag. Sorry, in action property of form tag, we didn't use any name, any file name. So that means we are just submitting our form to itself. Okay, but this is kind of not correct in coding. You can say in the coding standard, it is not correct. So we have to use this function within the action tag. If you want to just submit your form itself, means if you want to just send the value of this form to itself, means we are just checking is the username and password is blank or not. In PHP validation, we are checking or not, and we are checking all the logic of login in the same page. Okay, that's why we are just submitting our form into the same page. Did you get the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, one second. I cannot submitting form to itself. Nothing else. Just remove this. But this is the variable global super global variable is a PHP one. Means this is the predefined inbuilt variable, but it is the PHP variable. Predefined variable, it is a super global variable, PHP variable. Okay, Nazar? So we have to write this variable within the PHP tag only, within the PHP tag. How we use the PHP tag within the HTML tag? Let's see. We already see about the PHP. This is our PHP. One second, sorry. PHP starting, and this is the ending. Okay, this is our HTML starting. One second, I just remove this and these also. This is a simple HTML tag. Means A PHP coding we will write within this tag. HTML coding we will write within this tag. Yeah, we just also should see that the script tag, the and close. Within this script tag we will use JavaScript code. JavaScript code. Okay. Within this we will use HTML code. Within this we use PHP code. Now my requirement is I want to use PHP within the HTML. Why? Because the form tag is HTML coding and the action property of form tag is also HTML coding, but I want to use $_server and that variable $_server and PHP self. Okay, PHP_self, this variable, this global super global variable, I want to use this super global variable into the HTML, but this variable, that variable is from PHP, it's related from PHP only. Okay.
Okay.
Now how we do that? I have to use the same tag PHP open and close within the HTML tag. I can use the PHP coding within the HTML, but I cannot use HTML coding within the PHP. Okay, just keep in mind.
Okay.
I can use the PHP code within the HTML. This is the PHP code. If I write anything, yeah, it is correct. But I need a start or end also. Within this tag, I can write any PHP code, but I cannot write within the PHP tag or PHP code a HTML coding. I cannot write any input within this. It will show you error. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Now let's see how we do that. The self PHP. I just have to open and close of PHP tag, nothing else. This is open tag. Okay. I have to use a space. And this is end tag. I have to use the single quote because double quote within the double quote can we cause the problem. Okay. Do you get the point? Means I use $_server and PHP_self within the PHP tag. So why? Because this coding is PHP coding, not this variable is the PHP variable, not the HTML variable. So we have to use with PHP tag only. Now let's see the result. Is that result is correct or not? Means we didn't change anything. We just
Your phone.
yeah.
I can understand you.
1 second. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Now my voice is proper or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we just see is our form is submitting to itself or not. I'm just enter wrong password. Yeah, username or password may be wrong. Means there is nothing has been changed. We just use a super global variable $_server PHP_self within the brackets. Okay. This is a simple one, nothing else, but I just use this one in the starting of our form handling. Then you will get the confused. Maybe you will get confused. That's why I didn't use that. Okay, you can use this one. This is why we use this, because this is not a coding standard. If we didn't use anything within the action tag, this is not a coding standard. Okay, we have to use, if we follow the coding standard, this. You get the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a simple example of $_server PHP self. Now I have to just give you one I have to just acknowledge you one another PHP inbuilt function. There is a one PHP inbuilt function include. Let me show you how we use the include. Yeah, include and the parenthesis. This function is used to just include any other PHP script into any PHP script. If you want to use any one another page, means you can say the uh, demo.php. You have one another page demo.php and you have any code of in that page and you want to use that coding in our index.php. So you have to include that file with this function include dot in with this function. This is a PHP function. Okay, let's see how we do that. I'll explain you the working of include also in detail. Let's see first. For that I have to create one another file. I'm just creating one another file, giving one name. Let me just guess. Logic dot php. Okay, I'll just give the name logic dot php. Okay, this is blank right now. I just copy our whole PHP code. Whole PHP code means the code from starting to just this end. I just remove from our index.php and paste that code into logic.php. What I have done, I just remove the PHP code from this file and paste to this new file. This is a new file in our folder. Okay. Now, if you, I'm just save. Now, if you run your file, why this didn't remove this include? One second. Have to remove. I just this is a simple treated as simple character because I didn't use within any tag, any starting tag or ending tag. Let's see the output. Let's see the output. Concentrate on the output. If I click on this, yeah, JavaScript code will be run because JavaScript code is in our same index.php. So there is a JavaScript code. So we have to enter name or anything else. But we don't have PHP code. Means what is in our PHP code? In our PHP code there is a PHP validation, okay, and the logic of login username and password is correct or not. Oh, so if I just click on this, if I submit a form, then that logic, there is no logic, so nothing will happen. Okay, so I need to that coding within our index.php, but I have that coding in any other file in the logic.php. So I have to include this file, or you can say this PHP script into our index.php. How we just include that, or you can say how we just use that coding without writing the code. I just include the whole file, means whole code we can use, or whole code will execute. You can say whole code of logic.php will execute if I just include that file into our index.php. Okay, one second, I'll just give you include is a one second. PHP function, so I have to write that function in PHP tag with in between the PHP tag also. Include simple comma and logic.php. Okay, what I have done, I just use one include function, and within that function I just pass the name of our next file or any other file name. Okay, let's see the result. You will get more clarification by seeing the result. No, one second. I just entered wrong, so I should get the message. The username or password may be wrong. Yeah, I'm getting the same output. Username or password may be wrong. If I use right, then I should be just redirected to our next page. Next page means
Next page.
yeah.
Next page.
One second, I just used the wrong name. And welcome message. Okay, means
Yes. Next page.
yeah, the next page. So I can say that if I just include this, means I can use the code of this file also. Yeah, I can use this the code of this file also or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Within our index.php means include function is just used to include another PHP file to in our current file. Did you get the logic? This is a predefined, you can say, inbuilt function of PHP. Okay, Nazar?
So can you say it's like a loop? Can you say it's like a loop, basically?
Loop. No, it is not a loop. You are saying loop?
Yeah, but like you said, you include the logic, and if you include the logic, this script that is included in the logic file.
Yeah, I just include a file. Logic.php. Okay. So
Okay.
I just include means yeah, one second. The code, this line code represents our whole file. Whole file means all the code of this file will executes every time when I just load this index.php.
Okay.
Means I just included the coding, total coding into our file also, into index.php. Means I can use all the coding. Use means if I don't want to execute, even this code will be executed because I am just including that file. Did you get the point? If
Yeah.
you include, then that file, the coding of that file also execute with your file. A simple include. And in the loop is kind of different thing. Loop is just a executing.
No, I didn't mean loop by like function loop. I didn't mean that kind of loop. I basically meant that
Yeah.
the index file would use the logic file.
Yeah, index file just include yeah, you can say that we just included the code. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is simple. Means we can just separate our code also. Means we can separate the PHP code if we have lots of line of code in the same or in the PHP same order, means only PHP code. So we can just put that code into any other file and just include it. So our file is just a simple 50 line of code, 4750 line of code. If I just enter this code also, then this code is only this code is also 54. You can see that the code is manageable. Okay, nothing else. It doesn't just improve our website performance. It's the code is just a manageable code now. Means in this file we have the logic. We can also put our JavaScript code into one JavaScript file. Let's see how. Okay, this is the JavaScript code. Let's create one new file, and I'm just saving. JavaScript file will be saved with extension .js. Okay, if you want to save any JavaScript file, or you can, if you want to use any JavaScript code in one file, only JavaScript code, you have to save that file with extension .js. Let me show you. Validate .js. JS represent JavaScript. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I just save that file, and what I'm just using in that file, the function. I don't have to write the script tag. If you are saving your file with .js extension, you don't have to write the script tag. You can use directly JavaScript code. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I can remove this code, but there's one thing I cannot. One second. Let me check. Include. One second. I have to use within the PHP tag. Include brackets, single quotes, validate.js, and one semicolon. I have to go back. Now, what is this? What is the now? Okay, with the include, I cannot just include the file. Yeah, if I just included the file, then it will show all the code. Means include just used for including a PHP file only. Okay, that's why I cannot use for .js file. It will show a simple character on our browser. Means it will not show a coding standard. It is showing just a simple characters. Means our compiler is understanding that there is a file and it have the PHP code, but there is no PHP code. Okay, so we have how we include our JavaScript file. That's the question. We have to script tag is there, and this script tag have one property src. Okay, src, a property of this script tag. You can see the property. Okay, Nazar, do you get?
Okay.
Now within this property you
It's
just have
SRC.
src, a property of script tag.
What does SRC stand for?
SRC stand for source. Yeah,
Okay.
short form of source.
Okay.
Validate .js. Now let's see our result. Now it means our file is included. How we check? Yeah, file is included. How can you say that? Because there is no JavaScript code in our PHP, in our index.php. There is any code of JavaScript, any function of JavaScript. Nah, there is no code of JavaScript. We just included the whole file. In that file we use the JavaScript code. So now this is our index.php. Now how many lines? Only 22 lines. Or we can also just remove the lines by just setting a proper code, nothing else. So this is manageable file now. Is that so?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the coding standard. Whenever we create a website, there will be a thousands of lines. So we have to manage our code. If we didn't manage our code, then we will get confused every time whenever we just want to change it anywhere. Okay, if I just want to change the logic of our PHP, then I just go to this file and change the logic. I just want to change the some validation logic of JS coding. I just go to val.js and change the code. It will just affect how. Let me show you. If I just change, please enter. I just password field. I just change the message. Okay, let's see it will make differences or not, because we are just changing on val.js file, not index.php. Let's see. If I just entered the username, didn't enter the password, yeah, please enter password field. Yeah, there is a, it will just reflect the changes also. Okay, Nazar, did you get the point?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is our simple PHP. I don't know how this. Okay, this is our simple index.php file. Within this file, I just included logic.php. Within that logic.php, I'll just use the PHP code, whole PHP code. How we just include that file? With the function, a inbuilt PHP function, logic.php. Okay, and how we just include the JS file with one script tag. This tag is a HTML tag. This is a one HTML tag. Okay, a script. But within this tag we use, second, I don't know. Sorry. Now within this tag I just use, this is the script. This is the HTML tag. Okay, but
Okay.
the working of this tag is I just use the only JavaScript code within the within the script tag. The JavaScript code we have to use only. Okay, but one more working of this script tag, we can use the src property to just include the JavaScript file. We have one file. In that file we have the just logic of validation or of our JavaScript validation. Okay, is there now tell me, is there any confusion, Nazar?
Um, Not really, no.
Yeah, if you have any query or you want to just repeat anything, you can say that. Do you want to anything
Even
repeat?
over
Sorry.
query about server, PHP server, like
Okay.
PHP underscore.
Yeah, this thing within the action property. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when what is my requirement of this? One second, I'll show you of this page. My requirement of this page is I just don't want to go to next file, means next.php, without checking the validation, and after the checking validation, the checking username and password also. I want to show all the things, all the message on the same file. So what I have to do, I have to just submit this form itself. You can say we are submitting this form itself. But in the first method, we just left that property blank. We just left that property blank. Yeah, this is also submit this form itself. Okay, this is also working fine. Just submit itself. Yeah, there is JavaScript code. Submission take places after Right, yeah. Username and password may be wrong. Means our submission has been done to that file only, in the same file. Now, but this is not a coding standard. You can say you cannot just use the blank action. This is not a coding standard. We will get just in trouble when any hacker want to hack our website. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, he can just get into our site folder, and if there is any bug, this is also one kind of bug, or you can say one kind of entering point of hackers. That's why we use, one second, what we use, oh yeah, this one, dollar underscore server php underscore shell. What is the working of dollar underscore server and within the single quote php underscore shell? It's this is a super global variable of php. Means it is the predefined, we didn't define it, it is the predefined inbuilt variable, super global variable. Okay, so what is the main logic of this global variable? It is used to just submit our form to itself. Yeah, you can say, you can just see the name also, php underscore self. Means this variable is used to just submit the form itself. Okay, if we use the nothing, means blank in action, yeah, working is same, but that is not our coding standard. Okay, Nazar?
Okay.
Okay, is there any confusion now in dollar underscore server?
No.
Okay, any other topic? Validation include all the clear?
Well, yes.
Now you have to prepare for tomorrow, because you have to answer the questions if I ask you any. Otherwise, the senior will tell me you are not just teaching properly. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what kind of questions, just so I get an idea, what kind of questions would you ask? Like,
Yeah, I
would you
will.
ask
I will
more
ask you just.
scripting?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, say it. Say it.
Is it, are you going to ask more like scripting, like, hey, Neza, can you please tell me the scripting of, such and such function, or is it more like, Neza, when would what is an event? What is an action?
Yeah, the same kind
Those
of
methods.
question. Yeah, I can ask you what is the difference between get and post. Why we use the dollar underscore get and the get and the dollar underscore post in PHP. I can ask you,
Okay.
give me the logic of largest number of given three numbers. Just try to implement one for each loop with the array type of variable. I can ask you this kind of question. Means whatever I have told you, whatever I have teach you, I can ask anything. Okay, just a small
Okay.
revision. Just a small revision. It will be for because of that you just revise all the things. Yes or no?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. That's just because of that, nothing else. Okay, Nazar. Just prepare all the thing, or
Okay.
just please let me know what you have, whatever you have learned till now. Just send me a mail. Okay, a topic name, just a topic wise, nothing else.
Okay. Should I also send you from HTML
Uh, sorry,
or just PHP?
both HTML and PHP also.
Both.
Yeah,
Okay.
all till now, till today's session, what I have already told you or teached you. Okay, we
Okay.
already discussed about all the things. You have to send me with topics in a mail.
Okay.
Okay, Nazar. So that's it for today's session. Now,
Okay.
bye bye, and we will meet tomorrow. Have a nice day.
Okay. You too. Bye.